Hi guys, and welcome to Average Trainer Pokemon Wi-Fi Battles. Today we have Shannon, and today the battle's a little bit different. Today we have a doubles battle challenge. Okay, we have a double battles here today. I figured I'd try out some double battling. I haven't done it in I've done more double battling in 5th gen than I did in 6th gen, and double battle was my mainstay. So I said, someone asked me for a double battle, and I said sure. Let me get my mons. So we bought our mons. You know my team: the best, the Jellicent, the Mega Manectric, Buffalent, Assault Vested, Machamp, Cresselia, and Landorus. We have a Goodra on her side, a Greninja on her side, a Mew on her side, a Gengar on her side, and a Venusaur and Charizard. Now, we played this match before, but it got DC'd, and I wrecked shop. Pretty much, I won that match, point blank. The match was done, but it DC'd it, and I didn't get to record it. We didn't get to finish it, and but we said, you know, Nintendo was being a bitch that today. So she said, sure, Martino, I really didn't like how that first match come. Let's go for a rematch. I was like, same on, same everything. Let's go. I said, sure. And this is the match we had here. So without further ado, let's get into the do. Shannon is issuing a challenge. Okay, she sends out her Venusaur and Charizard, and I sent out my Jellicent and my Mega Manectric. I have the upper hand here, but I don't want to take a gear drain from that that Mega Manectric. I mean that that Venusaur. I'm Vega Evolved Manectric, and I get that Intimidate off. I'm fishing for the Sap Super Boost, and she takes the chance to Mega Evolve in my face. Everybody's Mega Evolving first turn. I'm doing it, you doing it, we're doing it together. I get that Gerald action. Chlorophyll boost is working for her. I go for that Volt Switch, but it doesn't take out the charge. I'm like, really? Really? You're doing this to me? I go into Landorus, thinking I could take a hit. He goes for the Solar Beam, and I get that Sap Sipper Boost. Sap Sipper Boost. Goes for the Solar Beam, and he hits the Landorus. Landorus does not take a Solar Beam as well as I hoped, and she goes for a second Solar Beam to take out the Landorus, since she does have that Chlorophyll boost. But I live on 8. I was like, yeah, I'm liking it. Buffalo did not get to. I was like, what? A crit? Really? Oh man, I set up the Stealth Rocks. I'm saying I need these. You know, these come into play later. I need them. I go into my Manectric. You know, I go to claim some souls with my Manectric today. So I go for the Flamethrower here to take out the Mega Venusaur, but it doesn't take it out. I was like, really? Boosted in the sun? We're really gonna play this game. And my Landorus goes out. There's really nothing I could do there. That crit didn't matter for sure. He goes for the Flamethrower. I do not take that Flamethrower well. If my Buffalo couldn't take that Flamethrower well, Mega Manectric's pretty frail, can't take that. And I am down a lot of mons right now, and I am really behind. So I brought out my Cresselia, and I brought out my Machamp. Now Machamp did a number on his team last match we had, and he wasn't having none of this. He was like, oh, this Machamp again, this Machamp just claims my soul. And he goes for the toxic on a Machamp. You know, he doesn't want this Machamp to stay around too long. But, you know, I go for the Icy Wind and I take out the the Venusaur. So I'm in here poisoned with Machamp, and Cresselia is just here chilling. Sends out Black Belt the Greninja. Not shiny, but still a Black Belt Greninja. He goes into his shiny Mew. I was like, oh, you serious? Really gonna play this game? He goes for the Mat Block. I was like, really? And he Mat Blocks, which is a protecting move, basically. A ground protecting move. And I did nothing this match. I could not attack this man because the Mat Bot was up. Nothing I did worked, you know. I couldn't use the Paybot, couldn't use anything. I was at a loss. Now I was like pretty upset. I'm down a lot of mons and I'm not looking too good in this match. I try to go for the Bullet Punch, you know, trying to save Gal as much damage as I could before Machamp goes down. I get the Rocky Helmet. He goes for the Dark Pulse on my Cresselia. My Cresselia takes the hit. And he hits me in the Psychic and takes my Machamp out with Mew. Alright, I bring my Jellicent now, and I am down to my last 2 mons. These are my last 2 mons, and I got to pull this out. He got 4 mons, I got 2. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and try something here. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna do it. I get Flinch, gets a bit of hacks on inside, but I get the Thunder Wave off, and that's pretty good for me. I go for the Icy Wind on both of them to lower their speeds, so their speeds would be lowering now, so I can take care of them when I need to do. This part of the match is going to be, warning, this part of the match is going to be pretty stally, and it took a very long time because it is just him going back and forth trying to get down my Jellicent. My Jellicent recovering, I'm trying to get down their speed, and they're trying to get my Jellicent out of the way. And Cresselia, this is all they're trying to do. Jellicent, Cresselia, and Jellicent, Cresselia. It's going back and forth, punching and punching, this and that. And I go for the Thunderbolt, the Thunder Wave, as I told you, the speed control Cresselia, and I want to get the speed under control so I can deal with them, and I can get my life back up to a certain amount so I can do some shadow balling. And that's my whole thought process. I finally get the power hats here. I was like, oh, thank you, some hats in my favor. I can go for a shadow ball here and see how much it does to the Mew. Now I was a bit scared if the Mew run the recovery softball, because some Mews do carry it, some do not. I've not seen it yet. I go for the shadow ball, it does half. I was like, yes! I get the next power hats. I was like, yes! I can do this! But then I get power hats too because of the synchronization with the Mew. And I was like, oh man, oh shit. This is going back to this thing again. So I have to re-heal my Jellicent. I have to make sure Jellicent lives. Jellicent is my win condition throughout this whole match. I need Jellicent. I need Jellicent. I'm not too worried about Cresselia. Cresselia can heal himself, and Cresselia can take a decent amount of hits, more than Jellicent can. But I need Jellicent to take out the Mew, and then we can handle the Greninja together. He goes. Jellicent takes all the damage, you know, doing so much work this whole match. It was like, oh, Jellicent's putting in overtime, overtime, over late night working those shifts overtime. And as I told you, it's just stall. It's just he's trying to get me down, I'm trying to get him down. We're looking for an opening where the hats could give us a little bit of opening. Gets the power hats here. That was lucky for me. but I'm low on health. I can't risk the shadow ball. I should have risked the shadow ball there, but I wouldn't want to risk it at such a low HP, so I go for the recover again. As I told you, Jalison is working extra hard for the team. He goes for the Dark Pulse, seeing that he's like, oh, why won't this Jalison die? And I was like, I'm trying to hit this thing at least enough psych shots, but then I realized, yes, it does carry the recovery. I was like, oh god, this is not gonna be good. This is not gonna be good. Are we gonna be here all day? I was looking at my match. Are we gonna be at this all day? Oh, Anna was really upset, and we just continued the struggle. The struggle. It was painful to watch this match. It was painful to watch this, but yeah, we had to do it. We just had to. We wasn't giving an inch, and I wasn't taking an L. You know, we were going to take this old horse and ride it all to hell. So I go for the rest here, seeing that my Cresselia was a bit, low in health. Get rid of the paralyze. Goes for the Dark Pulse with his Mew. It's like, oh, Dark Pulse coming from every corner, every place, everywhere. I don't know where to go or where to turn. Cresselia's in sleep mode now. He can't do nothing for the team. And I was like, alright, I'm out of decent health. Let me go for some Shadow Balls here. Let me see what I can do. I go for the first Shadow Ball. It takes down half, as I said before again. Goes for the Cresselia now, thinking he could take it out since it's sleeping. He goes for the Dazzling Gleam. I don't know why he went for the Dazzling Gleam there. He could have gone for the Dark Pulse. I think it may have been a misclick. I don't know. That's one of the moves he may have messed up on that could have messed him out. But he makes a really bad play here, and he switches out his Greninja and he goes into his Gengar thinking, oh, I can take this shit out. Oh, I got this thing in the bag. You're dead. I go Jellicent, go straight for the Shadow Ball here. I get min-max damage here on the Mewtwo and screw him over with that. And I take out the Mew, and I was like, yes, thank you, finally. The Mew is gone. He goes back in his Greninja now, and he goes for the Shadow Ball to take out my Cresselia. My Cresselia gets taken out. I was like, oh gosh, Cresselia, I need you, dude. But Jellicent, doing work as he does, takes out the Gengar, clean Oko, dead Gengar, and he goes for the map block, which is another misplay on his part. He should have gone straight for the Dark Pulse. I think he wanted to take to see if it was faster, but map block is not a priority move, it seems, but it does protect all your team. He goes for the Sludge Bomb, hoping for a poison here. Doesn't get it. I go for the Shadow Ball. It doesn't do as much, but I get the special defense drop. That was crucial, and I get the Power Hats. Now, this is 2 against 1 right now. I'm pretty much in a disadvantage right now. Any hats I get, I'm thankful for. I thank the Lord of Hatches. Hatchers. So I go for the Skull. Since Map Block turns you, since he's Protein, Map Block turns you into Ground type, I think, but I'm not too sure. But I still go for the Skull anyway. I take him out, and now we're down to 1-1. I came back. Can we do this? He goes for the Draco Meteor, and Jellicent just swallows it like it swallows a soul. I go for the Trick Room, set up on this bitch, and we're in here for the long haul, guys. This is complete and utter stall. It's me trying to get a burn, and she's trying to get some hats on me too, which either a freeze hat she was going for first, but she didn't get the freeze hat she wanted, so she wanted, then she tried for a toxic hacks. So this is what we're doing. We're going back and forth again. It was like, put up your dukes, I put up mine, and we're punching each other in the face continuously, all these bruises, and nobody wanna go down. And I'm like, oh, really? Are we gonna do this? Are we going to do this, Matt Slime Shady? He goes for the muddy water, but he didn't know I have water absorb at this point. So he goes for the muddy water and I get my life. I was like, thank you. I needed that. I go for the skull again. I was like, I'm fishing for these burns. Can't get one. She's fishing for these freezes. Well, can't get one. I'm more lucky to get a burn. She's gonna get a get a freeze. So she goes, she tries my trick room ends. She tries for the second Draco Meteor, which I think was the next misplay by her part. She shouldn't do the next Draco Meteor because it lowers your special attack. So all your other special attacking moves, like your Ice Beam, maybe your you don't have Thunderbolt because you didn't carry it. You had your Sludge Bomb. All those other moves you weren't able to use because you lower your special attack, making me wall you much more better, which was a downfall. I think it may be a mistake. Who's to say? I don't know. It was good for me, and that's all I need to know. So I go for the recover. She go, as I said, I'm fishing for the skull. She's fishing for the burn. We're back and forth at this, and then she switched it up. She said, "Oh, I don't want the freeze anymore. I want the poison." And well, you know, she got the poison. I was like, "Really? I was fishing for this burn forever. You get the poison the second time you use it? Oh God, man, why? Come on." No, at this point in time, I needed this burn. I was like, "Please, I need to get the burn. I need to get the burn. I need to get the burn." No burns. And then she goes to the third Draco Meteor. I was like, I don't know what you're doing here. I don't know if she threw away the match at this point. I don't know if she given up. But why would you go for the Draco in your position? You're in a better position. I would have Sludge Bombed to the end of time. That's just me. And I go for the skull, and I finally, after all this time, I get the burn, and she knew it was over from there. We didn't want to even go. You didn't even need to go no further. I won this match just because I got the burn. I won the match. So I get the burn. Finally got my burn. I'm wasting no time. She's going for these Dracos, and I was like, yeah, you know, you lost. You know, you accept it, and you move on. I go for the Shadow Ball. Not enough. But the burn, you know, doing its job, taking it out. Lucky I didn't get badly poisoned, and it was only normal poison, or it would have gone quite differently. This match, but this one was a bit of a long one on the long side. Double battles are really fun, and I really enjoyed that, Shannon. We must have another battle next time. That was way too close for comfort. I gotta get another double battle, a team set up for double battles. So when I do get one set up, I'll shout you. I'll let you know that I want a match, and we'll duke it out like this again. So if you like the battle, you can leave a like. If you like my stuff, you can subscribe to me, and I'll see you next time. Peace.